What's up, y'all? Welcome to the On the Come Up podcast, where creative entrepreneurs share their come up journeys that turn their passions into success. I'm your host, Kimberly, so let's get started. What is up, guys? We are back with another episode. Today we are here with Jaylon Monroe. What's up?
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. Staying busy.
Jaylon is a director, DP, filmmaker, editor, ex-athlete. I could go on.
Yeah, I've done a lot of things so far, so I'm grateful.
Yeah. How have you been? Where are you from? Tell us in 3 words. Where are you from?
I'm from Dallas. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas. Okay.
I'm from Dallas. I'm from Dallas. Yeah. So, yeah.
How'd you get? What first made you fall in love with filmmaking?
So it's crazy because I started my production company named Shots Media, and it was super like business oriented, like around like companies and things like that, because the location I was in was New Orleans, and from my experience, it wasn't a lot of creators like in the film industry, I would say, for what I align with. And then I moved to Dallas about a year ago, moved back to Dallas, and I started to see a lot of more people that were, you know, aligning with what I was looking for as far as the creative aspect, and I created my first film, and that's kind of how I fell in love with it.
Where were you before this?
I was in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were...
So I'm from Dallas, got a full athletic scholarship at Tulane, played there, and then I ended up going to the Kansas City Chiefs for a little bit. Then I ended up back in New Orleans because I was at the Saints for a little bit, and then I stayed there from the past, like, after 3 to 4 years after my college career, and then I just stayed because I guess I was just comfortable there. Mm-hmm. It was easy for the business. Everyone knew me, and the business was just growing, but came back because I just felt like the industry fits me better here too.
Yeah. You weren't able to find what you needed back over there?
I mean, yeah, it was there, but, you know, I'm from here as well, so, like, it just felt home. Like, it just felt like it was time to come back, you know?
How did Dallas shape your creative style?
Still figuring that out, actually, because I've only been here about 9 months. But so far with the people that I connected with, it felt natural. It just felt like it was just something that just fell into my lap. It was pretty simple, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So me and Jaylon met actually at a networking event a month ago.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It was, I forgot what it was called. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a filmmaker networking event.
Yeah.
And I went because I just wanted, more filmmakers on the podcast. And so, yeah, here we are. And he was telling about his film. We'll get into that in just a second. But what role feels more natural to you? Like directing, DPing?
Honestly, I would say directing. I'll say directing because when you're directing, you kind of have like a control of your vision of what you're like. You get to actually create and direct a project. Compared to, like DPing, it's great, but you're just capturing the shots of someone else's vision, which may be great. But I'm a creative, so I like to kind of be in control of, of a vision that I have and be able to bring it to life. So it's cool to me.
Are you one to do both, like direct what you write and DP, or you let someone else do the DPing?
The end goal, as of right now, I'm pretty much doing both. But the end goal is for me to find a DP, find an editor, find all those things. I just want to be fully directing and writing. That's the end goal. But I feel like the more you can do, the more valuable you are. So being a director, I feel like it helps me in a way. I guess I wouldn't say being a director. I would say being like a DP helps me as a director. So say if we're on set and I see something that I may not like and there's a problem, due to me having the knowledge of being a DP, I can step in and kind of, work the magic a little bit as well. So, yeah.
What do you think makes a great director?
I think what makes a great director is confidence. Mm-hmm. I think knowing exactly what you're looking for and being able to, roll with the punches, because on set, like, things happen. And, like, you have to be patient. You have to direct specific people. You have to, you have to bring something out of someone. And I feel like that comes with a lot of confidence. So I think being confident, being strategic, I think being disciplined and controlling your emotions, I think that's what makes a good director.
So you said you had a full ride scholarship in college. What were you studying?
Kinesiology.
So how did you transition to filmmaking?
Because, so once I was done with the sport, it was like, okay, what's next? And I remember like in college, I used to take pictures of a lot of people. And I started to get bookings, but I was always on the road traveling for away games, or I had school, or I had practice, or whatever the case may be. And I didn't think too much to it. And then like as soon as the sport was over, I was done with it. It was like, okay, what do I like to do outside of kinesiology? Because I'm more so of a creative. I'm not super like corporate, and nothing wrong with corporate at all. But for what I was looking for what made me happy, I like to create. So I said, okay, what have I done? And it just kind of like clicked. And I was like, well, I did have a camera. I did used to take pictures of a lot of students and different events and things like during my free time, and built a solid portfolio. So I was like, let's just try it. And then I gave it a try. And I had started getting email. I got my first like big email, my first big project. It was from McDonald's. And it was like a orientation video for a franchise. And that really gave me the confidence to step out on that. I know that's more on the corporate side. Now the filmmaking side, one of my friends named Luke Harris, he's a director. He is a filmmaker as well. And he submits a lot of his things to like film festivals, and he's like a award winner. Like he wins all the time. And he's got an opportunity to, get a feature, and a feature just a long form of the short film. So after that, it gave me confidence after speaking with him, because we're not just super, super close, but we have a relationship. And seeing him take that step, he was like, you should give it a try. You're creative. And here I am.
So how did you like become knowledgeable in filmmaking? Because I know there's so much to it. I'm still like, not that I'm really behind the camera, but I'm still gravitating, learning here and there what a gaffer is, what sound mixer is, like, what a DP is. I'm like, what is all this? Yeah. How did you just learn the technology and what each person did?
Honestly, I work super hard. Like, I work really hard, and I study YouTube, honestly. I'm like YouTube University, to be 100% transparent. So I learned everything on YouTube, TikTok, countless nights, just over and over and over, because no one really wanted to give me the game, if that makes sense. Like, some people was gatekeeping, some people was giving me the bare minimum answers, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna figure it out myself. So I went on YouTube and started studying over and over, and then I started upgrading cameras and learning how to operate different things and stuff like that. So I feel like just the experience of, now it wasn't just easy, I'm not saying that, it was like trials and tribulations, but the experience of, YouTube and things like that, that's what really gave me the knowledge and so got me where I am now.
So what inspired your short film, The Other Side of the Street?
So I'm not from the best neighborhood. And the other side of the street, the name basically represents good choices and bad choices. On one side of the street, you can take that route, that could be the good way, and the other side could be the bad way. And the choice is yours to pick which side of the streets aligns with what you want your future to look like. In the film, there's a guy named Ant. He's fighting a lot of temptations. He has a girlfriend and a dad that's trying to keep him on track because they understand his environment and the distractions that come with that. He have a group of friends that he grew up with, and they're pulling him in the opposite direction. So he's fighting these different temptations, trying to figure out which one he wants to go with. The ones that his friends is pulling him towards, there's no longevity in it, and there's no real future in it. However, and it's easier, but it's not the best route. The other side, where his girlfriend and his dad is pulling him towards, it's much harder, and it takes a little more patience and more sacrifices, but there's longevity in it, and it's the better option, and it's not the fastest way, but overall it's the best life for the situation. And he's just battling these different temptations, and not saying I went through that, but well, I guess you can't say I did go through that. I just chose the right side of the street. I have friends that chose a different path, and I just wanted to create something from our first film that has meaning, purpose, and intention behind it. I want to tell a story. And there's a lot of different stories in there. I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but yeah.
So did you write the script?
Yeah.
By yourself?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Crazy thing, I wrote in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, like, as I'm writing, like, before, like, during the pre-production before a set, I may adjust some things, but, like, as far as, like, the foundation of the film, the script, it was, like, 3 days.
For you. How long was it?
The pages, how many pages? I think it was, like, around 20, 18 to 20. And the film is 24 minutes and 59 seconds. So 25 minutes, so yeah.
Did you have to, did you, like, take some stuff out, like, that you wrote, and you're like, okay, this doesn't fit?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Because it was difficult because, like, I have a great cast, but with what I wrote sometimes didn't align with their personality. And I feel like being a director, you have to be humble. I feel like some directors feel like it's my way or no way, but I feel like you have to know how to adapt and improvise. I was like, okay, so with this specific person, I can make the same story and tell the same story and the same message and things like that, but I have to tweak it so it can be natural for them. For me, I like people to be natural. I don't want them to kind of necessarily have to play a character. You can, if you can, that's great. But I don't want to dehumanize life and situations either. I want it to be natural. So I had to rewrite certain things for certain people because I felt like it made it better as well. So
how were you able to, like, determine which person fit best for character?
So we had an audition, and it was an in-person audition. Some people did the submissions. It was like 70 people that came, and it was at the team room at North Forney High School. So people came, and then it was the people that was part of the production. We had like notes, and they had auditioned specific lines, and we were taking notes. At the end of the audition, we combined our notes together, and we've kind of made a vote of who's the best person for this specific role, and that's what we did.
So was it like so it wasn't in person? Was it like an open room? So could everybody see what they were doing?
Oh no, it was.
Oh, okay.
No, that's
I was
crazy.
like, that's a bit scary.
No. It was just so the production for this was only 5 people.
Oh, okay.
It was 5 people. We had a gaffer, Larry Brooks, BTS, John. He did some production assistant as well. Production assistant Michela, and another production assistant, India. So we had to wear many hats. And then my production team for this project, they were the most experienced, but they grew into their roles and they began to produce. Like pretty much I was helping be the gaffer on top of directing, on top of DPing, on top of assisting. But I kind of wanted that for myself for the experience. I could have chose experienced people, but I chose a different route for the experience for me for future projects.
And you also gave that opportunity
for sure
for them.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the most challenging part making this project?
The most challenging part is probably the lack of experience from my team, which everyone starts somewhere, so it's not a knock on them because they did great. The lack of experience from my team and availability for specific scenes. The talent may be available, the production team may be available, but the space for the film for that specific scene may be booked. So it was a lot of trying to balance like time that makes sense for everyone. And then on top of, like I mentioned, like being assigned to every role pretty much. I pretty much had to do everything. But they made it easier as they started to pick up. So.
How did you decide on location?
So I did like location scouting.
Mm-hmm.
And then... You
did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was driving around different parts. And the film is based like in my neighborhood. So it's based on a true story actually.
So where you like grew up?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So I knew exactly where to go. I remember like when I was a kid, what happened here, what happened there, where I'm at now, where my friends are at now, different things like that. So I was just going to those specific pinpoints and just looking at the script and saying, hey, does this match for this? I brought them along with me, like the production team, to help me make some decisions as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we did. Just drove around. I was like, this fits best for this. This fits best for that, and put it together.
How many locations did you end up having?
Man, Probably around 8 to 10.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
For
For 25 minutes.
25
Yeah. It's about 8 to 10. And then I think the cast overall was like 24, 25 people. So it's a pretty big cast for such a short amount of time. That's including extras and stuff too. Well, the thing is, the extras was only like maybe 4 extras. So there's a lot of roles and different things, but it blends so well.
how long did it take y'all to film? How many days?
So it may be kind of embarrassing to say. No, but it was like, took like 4 months. Should never take that long. And I told them, future projects, it will never be this long again for a short film. This is kind of crazy. But experience is the best teacher, and there's things I could have done better. There's things they could have done better. So next one that I'm putting out is going to be probably like 2 weeks. So.
Yeah. So you had a lot of different like space in between.
Yeah, for sure.
How did this film stretch you as a filmmaker?
As far as stretch me, what exactly do you mean by that?
Like, how did it really show who you were? Coming into this, being your first film.
Yeah.
How did it give you that, so to speak, name?
I feel like, first, it's based on a true story. 2, it's impactful. It has a message, and it's relatable to the community. Like, I could have chose to create anything or write anything, but I wanted to be something impactful, to be more of a statement project. Not expecting it to do anything crazy, which, based off what it's looking like right now, it's doing very, very good, but it just shows, like, it's like a statement. It's like, I'm going to be a director, and my films are going to be super, super relative and super real. So
where is this premiering?
it's premiering at the Galaxy Theater, Grandscape in the Colony. So it's out there.
And on April 4th, right?
April 4th.
Yeah. So you might be sold out already.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we're still working on it. Pretty much to be 100% transparent, we posted it, and it sold out in like an hour and 5 minutes. So working with the theater to figure out how we're going to structure the screens, if we could do multiple within that time frame that it will be showing. Because it's only 25 minutes, so I feel like we'll be able to work something out. But it's kind of crazy how it happened that way. I was not expecting it to do what it did, but the trailer caught a lot of attention, and I just posted it once, and it just sold out.
So overall, how do you feel about, I know it hasn't happened yet, but how do you feel about the whole experience overall with the film?
It's exciting. It gives me fuel and curiosity and the want to make another one, because it's something I truly enjoy. That's the number one thing for me, is just something I truly enjoy. And like I mentioned, it was my first one, and my first one gave me the experience to want to do another one. So I can see, like, I feel like I had a problem. I had a problem with like branding, I would say, because I could do so many different things. It's kind of hard to figure out what fits what you want to do. So like, people say niche down, and I have a problem with that because I'm a creator. I pretty much feel like I can create anything, and I'm multi-talented, so I can pretty much do anything. But with this experience of this film, it really showed me, like, this is where you belong. This is where you want to do. And I've been asking and praying what fits Jaylon. And this project showed this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. So even like with brand rollouts and campaigns, different things like that, storytelling and directing, stuff like that. So,
well, as far as for like your projects, people were telling you to niche down like on your projects?
Yeah, because remember, like, the company Shots Media is super like business, corporate work. It's not much. It's none of, actually. It's no filmmaking, no storytelling. So it was like, am I supposed to be in the filmmaking world? Am I supposed to be in the corporate world? Because think about it, like, if you're getting married and you're looking for a photographer, you're not going to go to a sports photographer. You're going to go to a wedding photographer. Even though the sports photographer could easily get the job done, for sure, but how would you know that? You have to look at their portfolio. So you go to Shots Media, it's a bunch of corporate stuff, and it's like, can you make films? And this project showed that I really can, and it gave me, like, it just answered my questions. This is what I want to do. Like, I'm more into the film stuff over the corporate stuff, just because I can create a narrative and show and tell stories, and I can be in full of control of the message that I'm trying to present. Because the films that I want to create, I want them to all be meaningful and impactful. So it answered my question. That's literally where I want to be. So, not saying if any corporate opportunities come, obviously I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
But where my heart is storytelling and filmmaking.
Yep. Who do you think you have been becoming through this journey since you first started?
Kind of referring back to, I guess, what I was saying is just the statement piece of Jaylon. So I feel like Shots Media is Shots Media. That's where people, well, me being an athlete is where people really knew me as. Then I took the route of Shots Media, and I always felt, I guess it was really just to be 100% transparent, to change my situation, because I was like, okay, what do I do? And I started Shots Media. It's fun. I love it, but my heart is in storytelling. And I feel like this displays Jaylon. Like, it's kind of like a new brand. Jaylon was an athlete, but no, Jaylon is actually a filmmaker now. Shots Media is his own thing, but Jaylon he's a filmmaker. And this is like a statement piece showing who I am now with this first project. So,
do you think you were like a different person when you were an athlete compared to now?
No, I think I was the same, because I feel like being an athlete kind of handicaps you in a way, because you have to think you put 20 plus years of I put 20 plus years of my life into one thing, and I always was into like storytelling and things like that, but obviously you don't have the availability, you can't do certain things, you have to represent yourself in a certain way as an athlete. But now it's like, it's free range. I can really go out and create and do something that I've always been into since I was a kid, but I never knew it would be a camera. I didn't know if it would be music. I didn't know if it would be art, drawing. I didn't know exactly what that would look like, but I always had a creative aspect to myself, but never was able to display it as much as I would like to, because being an athlete was the main thing, and I loved it. So
yeah, so you finally got to like dip out of that.
Yeah. For sure. And then me being an undersized athlete as well, I had to work a little harder. So I didn't have time to do all the creative stuff. I had to go really grind. So
like work out and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I had to really do overtime. So, and I think that's what's gonna separate me from a lot of directors, people, is my want and my grit. And I really want this. I feel like I really want this more than anyone. Like, I really, really want this opportunity. I want these opportunities to fall in my lap. So I'll do anything it takes to, reach it, because that's been my life. I've always had to work harder than everyone. So it shouldn't change, Yeah. So
what advice would you give to creatives trying to break into film?
Feel like you should just do what you want to do. I feel like some of the most successful people were like used to worry about what people used to say and like what people say about you or what you're trying to do. I feel like you should do what you want to do and never give up, because the most successful people got as far as they did by doing what they wanted to do, not what was the trendy thing or what people was reassuring. Like, no, if you feel that you can do it, do it. It may sound cliche, but that's literally the blueprint. I feel like being consistent and doing what you wanted to do. So, because from my experience, I'm super far from where I want to be, but I got this far by doing what I wanted to do.
Right. And it's not every day where you hear like someone who was an athlete turn into filmmaker, So you literally switched gears and did what you essentially wanted to do.
And it's crazy because one of the most successful writers, producers, directors right now, we have a very, very similar story, and it's Ryan Coogler. So a lot of people don't know this, but Ryan Coogler was actually an athlete his whole life. He broke a bone in his face or something like that, and he he was in a writing class, I believe. He was in a writing class and he wrote something, and his professor basically said, hey, you need to take this serious. She said she never seen anything like this before. He was like, whatever. And he just started writing, kept writing, and created his films, and they actually started to pick up momentum from the public and things like that. And basically referring back to why I said Ryan Coogler is because he was an athlete his whole life. Now he's a super, super successful filmmaker. I was an athlete at one point, and I pray and I'm working towards being one of the best producers and filmmakers, directors as well. So, and I feel like he got that far from, I feel like being an athlete kind of give you a little edge a little bit. So.
Yeah. So we're going to play a little this or that film edition.
Okay.
Day shoots or night shoots?
Night shoots.
Script first or visuals first?
Script first.
Pre-production or post?
Pre.
Late night edit or early mornings on set?
Ooh. Late night. Can you repeat your question?
Huh?
Can you repeat your question?
I said late night edit or early mornings on set?
Early morning set.
Early morning on set. Did you have a lot of those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I did.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your journey, and can't wait to see your film. I will be there on the other side of the street.
Yep.
Right? I will be there. I saw the trailer. I was like, ooh, this looks good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So what's next for you? Are you wanting to create your own films or?
Yeah. Well, I want to refer back to what you mentioned. Thanks for having me, first of all. And then what's next for me is create more films. So also I'm into like creative directing. So that could be, I just want to tell stories. So if that's music, if that's like artists with needing help with rollout campaigns or brands needing help with campaigns, I'm personally over like the highlight stuff. I just want to create meaningful storytelling things. But the end goal is to be a full-time director and create movies and things like that. That will show in like AMC, IMAX.
Yeah.
So I just want to keep on creating these short films and build my community and keep telling these stories. And I'm confident that God and my hard work will take care of the rest.
Amen. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Okay, everyone can find me on Instagram or TikTok at JaylonMonroe.com. Not JaylonMonroe.com, I'm tripping. Jaylon Monroe, but it's spelled JaylonMonroe. That's my socials. Website is JaylonMonroeFilms.com, and the production company is shotsmedia.com. SH9TS media.com. The 9 came from, that's the only number I won in my life.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
That's clever.
Yeah.
And it kind of has like that circle.
Yeah, with the camera lens inside of it. So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
See ya.